I'm trying to fix my tripod. Like, wait. Like, please. I be trying to come on live together. Get some lighting. Get some lighting going on. Yes, yes, yes. It is like so extremely rainy and gloomy here, and it has been for like at least a week. And I'm really sick and tired of it. Growing very bored. I'm gonna let some more people, I'm gonna let y'all start to pour in. Hey guys, how's everybody doing? Happy Saturday. I hope that everybody's having a great weekend. I'm just gonna like keep my fingers crossed that this music is not copywritten. Like YouTube be lying. They'd be like copyright free. And then I'll like add the music to my videos, like use it as like background videos or something. And they'll be like, psych. The nails are not super, girl, these are like in between. Y'all know when it's like an in between set, this is like kind of what's going on. Cause I have so many nails that I get, y'all, because I get a lot of like press on PR. If y'all follow me on TikTok, I talk about press ons on there like all the time. So I get a lot of press on PR. So this is what I'm gonna try to make do with until maybe like early next week, because I leave to go to my family reunion on the 24th. So I'm gonna try to like put something cuter than this on. Okay, hold on, y'all. Let me like catch up with the comments. Hey y'all. Hi guys. I got the Saltier deodorant. Yes, it's so tea. It is so tea because it's like, it's great. Like I literally have not had a problem with it yet. And it's just like, I feel like anybody can use it. I'm wearing the Saltier. I've talked about this before. I literally won't stop talking about it. Where the fuck did it go? The goddamn Saltier lip gloss. The Saltier lip gloss is on my lips right now. And I know I literally just brought it over here. But y'all know how it be when like you sit on your bed and like everything disappears. Oh, here we go. This right here, bro. I got it in every color because I just like, I don't play. Like when I love something, I love something. It might be the Memorial Day time. I really don't even know. Probably. That makes sense because we usually have it around. I just know it's like always in May. Like for real. Oh, in the UK? Thank y'all. Thank y'all. This was like some PR too. Some company sent this to me and was like, can you make a video? So I've been doing like a lot of PR work today. Stuff like that. So this will be like, y'all will see like if you follow me on TikTok, you'll see a review of this on TikTok. It's a wig. Tell us about manifesting multiple SPs at once. Well, I mean, I think that when people are trying to manifest multiple things or multiple people, they think that there's like a different arithmetic. It's all the same thing. It's just continued focus on what you want to experience with however many parties. You know what I mean? So is there anything particular that you want me to get in detail about? Because it's no different. It's no different than manifesting just one SP. It's the same thing. It's just in consistency with those people. However you would like to like see them. Not difficult, y'all. I was actually like thinking about this earlier and I was like, damn, I feel like the law is like so overcomplicated for no reason. And I think we need to just get back to the basics because it's really not that hard. Like even one of my clients, one of my most loyal clients, Bonnie, if you see this, LOL. She was on the phone with me. When was that? Like the days go by so fast, but like recently, like maybe a few days ago. And she was like, sometimes I feel so, I can't remember the word she used. I'm like, I just took an adult gummy, by the way. So like, don't judge me, y'all. Like if I draw a blank, please do not judge me. But she was telling me that she feels so overwhelmed. There we go. overwhelmed because like there's so many different perspectives out there, and she doesn't really know like which to apply to her life. And I had to like tell her that's the beauty of it, is that there's just no wrong way to go about it. Whatever feels best to you is the answer, because it's your reality. Everything is through your perception. So the minute that you identify with something and say, I like the way that this makes me feel, I like the way that I feel when I do X, Y, and Z. That's all it really comes down to, because there's just no wrong way to do it. Simply because manifestation is not one size fits all. Like 5 different people could be manifesting the same thing and do it 5 different ways and get the same exact outcome. So that's why I don't even, like y'all notice, I don't get hooked up on methods. Like I've talked about methods on my channel. Obviously I've talked about like the whisper method. I've talked about visualization, not really too in depth, because I just don't, me personally, I don't know how to really get in depth with visualization, because I just feel like it's self-explanatory, is in the name, visualizing. So affirming, another method. Like for a while I thought affirming was what was creating for me. And now I realize like, okay, affirming works because of my human consciousness. So it's not about the method, it's about the continued focus. It's about the meaning I'm assigning what I want. Do I have it or do I not, is what it genuinely comes down to. So repetition, all that stuff. Repetition is good because it's just like your subconscious is going to absorb what you're saying, because it's like, it has to. But all in all, like, it comes down to just what you're genuinely accepting. What are you accepting as your God honest truth in your reality? Feeling kind of blue today, but I always know your energy. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my freaking stylus so that I can scroll. I mean, I'm in a lower energy today too, but even so, like, even when you're in a lower energy, that is still serving you. That is still serving you. It is not anything that is coming into your experience to come against you. Like when I feel emotions, I thank myself. I'd be like, thank you so much. Thank you so much for feeling this emotion, for processing this emotion, because I know that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And you allowing me to feel this unapologetically, without assigning a negative meaning to it, is allowing me to expand, is allowing me to push forward, is allowing me to love myself limitlessly. So it's okay. Like, it's okay. I think expecting yourself to feel gung-ho and super excited every day is kind of like toxic positivity. So it's okay. Like lower energies are serving you too. Everything is propelling you forward. That is literally my motto. Everything propels me forward. Like anything that comes into my experience, even if at first I'm perceiving it as something negative, I'd be like, thank you, because you're serving me. Like you're literally here. Everything benefits me. So if you're in my experience, I am viewing you as a blessing. I am viewing you like, I don't even say, you know how people go, oh, it's a blessing in disguise. I don't even believe in that. I don't really like that saying all too much. It's a blessing in disguise. No, it's just a blessing. And like everything is a blessing. So that's my perspective. How do you manifest multiple things at the same time? Like what's your routine to get shit all manifested fast? You're always manifesting. Like that's the thing. That is the thing. There is no trying process with manifestation, y'all. You're always manifesting multiple things at once, simply because your human consciousness is always focused on multiple things. Like it's very rare that as a human being, our focus is completely isolated to one particular topic, desire, manifestation. Even in general, outside of manifestation, as a human, your perception is focused on so many different things all the time. So there is no trying process. Like how do you manifest multiple things at once? By lending your awareness to the fact that those multiple things have manifested. And the quickest way to manifest, the fastest way to manifest is acceptance. Like it all comes down to, because like even with affirming, even with repetition, what are those two things for? They're there to get the message across to your subconscious mind that it's done. So the quickest way to manifest, I say quickest with like parentheses or quotes, because time isn't real. Time is not linear. Time is a man-made concept. So all that exists is now. So the minute that you lend your awareness towards, oh, I have it, because creation is finished. Like you're not even really essentially creating anything, because all creation is finished. If you can perceive it, it is a reality. Like it's just that simple. So there's no secret. There's no secret. I think that what people want is like a chemical X, or like some type of like, what's the definite arithmetic to make sure I get it. But it's like y'all are looking for like this arithmetic or technique or method to just bypass the actual component that is needed, which is knowing. Or not even acceptance. I want to say more so acceptance. Acceptance that it is done. Acceptance that it is so. Because even when a circumstance comes up that's negative, that we don't like, we might not like it, but we're so quick to accept it. Y'all just accept the negative circumstances as true, which is why they come in the way that they do, because you're generally just accepting it. So don't bypass the acceptance. Don't bypass the knowing. Don't bypass the I have aspect of it all. Sorry, y'all. I'm like kind of falling behind. Thank you, Akira. I hope that I pronounced that correctly. Thank you so much. That is so sweet. Can you tell me about surrendering? What aspect of surrendering? Like what? Can you get like a little more in detail about that question? Do you think that LOA should be something that you intentionally do forever, or something in your heart should just be open to receiving no matter the thoughts or circumstances? Do you think LOA should be something you intentionally do forever, or something your heart should just... So are you saying that, do I think that LOA should be like a forever practice? Because I think that, yeah. I think that it is a forever practice, whether you're conscious of it or not. Like, we're always doing law of assumption. So even if you didn't know anything about this law and you were just like moseying through life, accepting being a victim and, you know, your old state, you would still be doing law of assumption. So there's like, you can't cop out of it at any point in time. You get what I'm saying? So I guess the question is, do I think that it's a forever practice? Yes, absolutely, for sure. Because I don't think that we ever stop learning or evolving. And I definitely don't want to. I don't ever want to stop learning or evolving. If you don't mind answering, what apps do you use to put music for subliminals or making your own sleep tapes? I edit all of my videos on an app called Villo. It's capital VLLO. I make all my content on there. Any video I make is from that app. What about people who say that you shouldn't manifest a celeb because it requires work, like trying to get their attention? That's a limiting belief. So if you're feeding into what they're saying, you are just validating an experience that you don't want to have. And what they say about your reality is null and void, because you're the god of your own reality. So whatever you're accepting is true is the only truth that you have to worry about. It doesn't matter at all. I have a video about how I've manifested countless, endless, continuous celebrity interactions, meetings, etc. I'm like the queen of that. I don't talk about it too much these days, but it's, yeah, like if you know my lore, you know my lore. I will manifest a celebrity the fuck now, because they're just people. They're just people. Do you know how other manifestation coaches say surrender so your manifestation could manifest faster? How do you respond to that? Surrender just means acceptance. Surrender just means acceptance. So it's like, when you're surrendering to something, it's not a game of tug of war any longer. You get what I'm saying? Like, again, because I say this in a lot of my uploads as well, a lot of people treat manifestation, again, like a process or an uphill battle. And the thing is, if you surrender, if you say, okay, I'm not going to fight, I'm not going to make this a laborious battle for myself. I'm going to make this easy. I'm going to accept my truths. I'm going to make it wonderful. I'm going to create a wonderful life for myself. If you just surrender to that, it's acceptance. It's sheer acceptance. There's no blockage. There's no excuse. It just is. So from my perception, I feel like when people say that, there it's just another way of saying, hey, accept the fact that it's done. Accept the fact that your manifestation, again, is finished. I think that a lot of people forget that creation is finished. So if you can perceive something being real, it's already done. Y'all know what I'm saying? I think that maybe people get a little too hung up. Again, I have this conversation all the freaking time because people get very, very, very hung up on verbiage. I have seen it like really within the last 2 years of like coaching and making content specifically. I have seen people get like very stuck and very hung up on wording and verbiage when essentially everything like means the same. Just like how there was a person not too long ago who asked me, oh, what's better, getting into the state or repetition? And my answer was, what is the difference? Because if y'all understand the thing about repetition is there to get you into the knowing. And when you're in the knowing, that is the state. You're in the state of knowing that it's done. And when you're in the state of knowing that it's done, you're repetitively, now it's like when you're in the state of knowing that it's done, it's less conscious. You just know. So it doesn't feel like work. Does that make sense? So what's the difference between repeating something over and over and then just repetitively being the person who already knows that they have it? There is no distance. I mean, there is no difference. I told y'all that adult gummy be hitting me hard. Like, if he's slapping me in the face, I gotta stop. But like when it's wind down time, it's wind down time, okay? I've been a working girl all day, so I was like, look, I'm winding down. I save all my lives, don't worry. I save all of my lives, guys, all of them. Okay, wait, what was I saying? Oh yeah, wording. Wording and verbiage, it like sends people into a tizzy. It really makes people very nervous. And if y'all have noticed, I do not use any LOA lingo anymore. I think at minimum, I say self-concept because yeah, like self-concept is great. I have no complaints about like the word self-concept, but if y'all have noticed, I don't even really say everyone is you pushed out anymore. Not that I don't believe it, but it's too, people get so caught up on the wording that they lose the essence of the concept. I don't say mental diet anymore. I stopped saying mental diet a long time ago because I understand it. I understand it in essence. I understand what Neville meant, but there is something about the wording with that I stopped identifying with because I kind of started looking at it from the perspective of, okay, if it's a diet, is it like, I get it because it's understanding that you're restricting the negative thoughts that are coming in, but I don't want to think about anything that I'm doing and creating in my reality as like dietary or restrictive. I say mental indulgence because if I'm giving myself everything I want, that sounds indulgent to me. That sounds decadent. That sounds delightful. That sounds delectable. So I stopped saying mental diet, and also I stopped saying mental diet because then when people hear that, again, it makes them so frazzled to the point where they're like, oh, so that means if I have a negative thought in any capacity that I messed up my manifestation. So I was like, no, we're not like, like it's too many different labels and phrases so I just started coming up with my own shit because I was like, nah. I just started coming up. Like, y'all notice, I don't even say don't react anymore. Like, don't react to the 3D. I say get bored. Get bored. Because I noticed that when I started changing my personal verbiage, even for myself, I literally, like, relaxed a lot more. Because when I started saying, hey, get bored, it's almost like you're disrespecting the circumstance. Or if you just remind yourself, hey, me having a intense emotional replay or reaction to this is like reinfecting myself with the old. I like when Neville said that. I really like when Neville said that. It's like reinfecting yourself with the old story. That like really itched a scratch in my brain. So I say, y'all see me all the time. I say get bored. I'm gonna start saying mental indulgence on the channel because I feel like, yeah, I get it though. Like I definitely understood what he meant by mental diet, but I haven't used that in my vocab. I haven't said anything, y'all. Like I really haven't used any of the lingo. So yeah. Rate your piercings, like the pain, and which ones you like the most and which ones you like to get. Um like okay, the one that hurt the most out of all of them I would say is the Medusa, just because there's so much lip fat right here, so it's like you're piercing through like a lot of skin, so it's like a permanent lip flip. So this was the most painful one. This was the second most painful one. I had to get these both redone because I've had these piercings since I was like 18, y'all. And then I let them close up. I let these two close up. I've always had this. I've had this since I was like 18, so I've had it forever. So I can like take this out at this point and like, you know, it'll still be there if I take it out and stuff. But this was the easiest for sure. It literally, the guy was like, count to 3. And I was like, 1. He was like, you're done. He's on my nose for sure. And I love them all. Like, I don't know if I could ever be without any of my piercings at this point in time. At this point in time, like I'll be 30 sooner than later, and I still love them, and I've had them since I was 18, 19. So yes, surrender equals acceptance. Hey Leos, Leo. Sorry if I'm a little behind with the comments, y'all. I reached out to someone I looked up to and asked about the recent X-Men 97 ep. She was rude, but I took a moment to revive the situation. That she apologized and was only upset because she didn't also know where Storm is. Okay, period. Period. Instant revision. Well, I don't even say revision anymore. Did y'all know that? Have y'all peeped that? I don't really use revision anymore. Did y'all notice that? I don't really say revision anymore because of the fact that like I understand that everything is just consciousness. So it's when I started learning about consciousness, it really made me like obliterate a lot of labels, because everything is you pushed out, revision, self-concept, no one has free will, don't focus on the 3D. Like all the sayings just go back to conscious. Like they're all just forms of consciousness. So it's like the labels just dissipated for me because I was like, oh, it literally, like we're calling it different things so that we can lend our awareness to it and like remember to apply them to our reality and consciously practice them. But it all is just consciousness at the end of the day. I love subliminals. I mean, my whole channel is full of subliminals. Y'all know I make subliminals. I listen to subliminals all day long. Like literally. That's why I kind of stopped making music subliminals. I don't really, it's kind of like a pain in the butt doing that anyway, because you gotta like look for copyright free music. And there would be like some of them where I just didn't feel like doing that. And I wanted to go ahead and make them. So like, you know, didn't worry about that. Went ahead and made some subliminals with some copyrighted music. But it's a little bit of a harder process because of the fact that like you got to kind of source that music. So I was just like, you know, I like comp subliminals better anyway because I can do them as I'm like living my life. Like I can listen to them while I'm grocery shopping. I can listen to them while I'm in the gym. I can listen to them while I'm doing mundane things, doing the laundry, going for a walk. It just like is easier and it's not distracting because it's like you could have a subliminal on that's calm and it's just rain sounds or the ocean sounds and you're able to like focus on, you know, whatever you're doing. Yes, I freaking love. Sorry, I was blocking somebody. Sorry guys. I love the calm subs though because it just like allows for ease of experience. I want a Medusa, but I'm scared of it just being a hole there. Like when you take it out, yeah, just manifest it away because you can barely see my first hole. Like you can barely see my first hole. If I didn't tell y'all there's a hole, you wouldn't know. You would not know. Yes, I love, yes. Love, 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 love subliminals. They just need to put like a permanent block button. In another live or video, you said an affirmation that was like, I have resistance to not getting what I want. I can't remember verbatim. Yeah, like I have resistance towards what I don't want to experience. I have resistance towards doubts. I have resistance towards what I don't want to experience. Because sometimes people will say, like, oh, the concept of not experiencing resistance gives me resistance. So it's like, all right, if you have to experience resistance, then decide that you experience it in your favor, like repurpose it. I have resistance towards limiting beliefs. I have resistance towards doubt. Because we know like resistance means like a blockage, making it hard to come through. Okay. I have resistance towards anything inherently negative, period. Now you can't fucking come through. Uh-oh. Pause. Back in the day when we were cool, it was like that, 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 da. Okay, y'all, hold on. I have to change my music. And we were like that, 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 da. Hey, honey. Hey, Tori. I'm great. How are you, hun? I love the rain sounds on the subliminals. It's so relaxing. Yes. Yo, I will put on like okay, here's a fun fact about me. Y'all gonna be like, you're crazy, but like, whatever, I don't care. I go to sleep, I shit you not, listening to 2 subliminals, okay? So I got my iPad that I'm on right now, and my speaker. I put a subliminal on that one, whatever one I want, and then I take my iPhone and I put another subliminal on, and I go my ass to sleep. And I think that because of that, I be in like such a deep slumber. Cause it's like hella it's just too much reprogramming going on in my mind. Like I literally listen to faithfully. The only time I'm not listening to 2 subliminals is if I'm on vacation. High key. This is the only time, but I'm always listening to 2 subliminals when I go to bed. Like, I don't know, I'm crazy like that. I'm crazy like that. Like, child, I'll get in from the gym or like grocery shopping, and I'll be like making dinner and be like, let me turn a little subliminal on. Child, I get in the shower, let me turn a little subliminal. I just can't, like, I ain't gonna little subliminal. Because it's just so, it's no effort. It's low effort, it's no effort. And it's just like, you can't lose. You cannot lose. I wanted to ask, how did you commit to the law of assumption as a lifestyle? I've manifested different things in my life, but get anxiety when it comes to the big things or flipping my life over. I literally, I tell y'all this story all the time, I feel like. I literally had a breakdown, okay? That's how I found the law of assumption. It's because I had a breakdown, all right? I was at my lowest of lows. My life was not going good, and I was feeling extremely disconnected from spirituality at the time. And I don't even want to, like, I talk about the circumstances in other videos. Like, somebody was asking me recently, can you talk about like deeper circumstances? Because I feel like people are always just talking about like SP, and I'm like, honey, you don't know. Like, I literally started using this law because it was almost like a last resort. It was almost like a last resort, and I was not okay. And so I just got tired of the same record playing over and over in my life. And I was like, well, okay, if I want to make a change, it has to come through me. I've already done what the world says to do, what the world says is normal and default. Obviously, that is not working for me, okay? So what can I do to serve myself? I had to put myself in the driver's seat. Like, if I'm being honest with y'all really, this is literally about 100% choosing you. You have to choose you. You have to choose yourself. And that is what it came down to. When I would get frustrated, when I would get a little flustered, I'm like, look, I'm not giving up on me. I'm not giving up on me, because it's just as simple as I deserve to experience everything that I want in this lifetime. Like, I wasn't put on this planet to just experience lack. Like, I'm not just gonna like pay bills and struggle and die and be like, yeah, that's my life's purpose. It's not. It's not. So I got committed because my slogan is, listen, buy me for me. That's what I always tell myself in terms of my reality. Buy me for me. So everything that I'm creating for myself, gifting to myself, is by me, handcrafted by me, and it's for me. So I got tired. I got extremely tired. I got tired of being a victim. I got tired of listening to everyone else's rules. I got tired of buying into what society says is the norm, because if that's true, how come nobody is having a good time? How come, if that's true, it's not working out in anyone else's favor? If all the things that, society normalizes and the world says that is normal and how things are supposed to be, if that's the case, why is it not working out for anyone who is living by these principles? I do not see it. I do not see it, okay? So I literally had to choose myself. Like, even I had a conversation with myself the other night where I was like, you know what? I changed my life. I did a 180 in my life. Very proud of myself. But it's time to kick it up. It's time to up the ante. It's time to give myself a lot more, to be real with you. So please do not be shocked. And I'm saying this, I mean this from the depths of my soul. When y'all see my life change in about a year, less than that for real, don't be shocked, because I'm giving myself the world. I'm giving myself the world, bro. It's that simple. So it's like, it has to come from you. It has to come from you. Like, you can hear all this information until you are blue in the face. You can listen to every single law of assumption coach on this World Wide Web, and they will all tell you the same exact thing in different fonts. Your life is not going to change until you consciously apply it. Your life is not going to change. And that's that was like a realization too, to even add on to that question. What made me like really start changing my life? Listen, I realized, okay, I'm listening to all of these videos. I am taking notes. Y'all should see my notebook from 2021, baby. It's full. So I would wake up every day scripting and shit and fucking taking notes. And y'all should see my notes app. Y'all should see my notes app. To this day, I'm always writing little like law of assumption notes and, reminders for myself. But it just comes down to, if I'm not consciously applying, then it's not gonna work. It's just like in the Bible, faith without works is dead. It's just like that quote in the Bible, faith without works is dead. Understanding these practices but not implementing them in your life, you gotta make the choice to live by it. Just make the choice. It doesn't have to be hard. It don't have to be hard. Like, even things being hard is a choice. Things being a struggle is a choice. And I'm not saying that don't feel entitled to what you're feeling about what you're currently presented with. I literally give y'all this disclaimer all the time. All the time. But it's about consistently choosing you. If you don't want this experience to be hard, it doesn't have to be hard. Restructure it. When I feel frustrated, when I get annoyed, I slip into gratitude. When I feel like I'm, the world feels loud, that's how I explain it. When the world feels loud to me, I slip into gratitude. Because gratitude is a dissolver and it's a fulfiller. When you slip into gratitude, all of that anger, that restriction that you feel within yourself, it dissipates, because the two can't coexist at once. I'm about to catch up with the comments, y'all. I'm sorry. I've been talking for a minute. Agree. Let me see what I wrote myself, like a note. It was either last night or this morning, because like your notes app is your best friend too. Let me write that down. Let me write that down too. Hold up. Gratitude kills fear. Gratitude kills fear. So just like I said a little bit earlier in the live, I don't know if the person who asked this question heard this, but earlier in the live, I was telling y'all that I say thank you to everything I'm presented with, because I genuinely am of the belief that everything is here to serve me. And when you utilize that perspective, whoosah, like you become a lot calmer, because like we're so up in arms because we think that the 3D is trying to bully us. Like we think that, you know, the 3D is trying to come against us, or like, you know, like square up with us or something like that. That's not true. It's just it's a shadow. It's a shadow. I mean, you could say that, Scorpion chick. You could say that, because I mean there is truth to law of detachment too. You know what I mean? And I don't really utilize gratitude as like a detachment thing, so to speak. I more so see it as just a dissolver. Like anything that goes back to love, goes back to truth, goes back to fulfillment. It's kind of self-explanatory. Like it's blissful, it's fulfilling. So I see that gratitude as like, when you are in that state, when you are occupying gratitude, and this is again not a toxic positivity thing, but when you are looking at something from a gratitude point of view, it gets so much easier to not be intimidated by what you're presented with, because you're telling it thank you. Like you're literally saying thank you, like you're better serving me. I told y'all, when I get emotional, I literally tell myself thank you. Thank you for feeling this emotion, because of the fact that you're feeling this emotion, I literally know that my manifestations are done. I literally know that my manifestations are finished, because you're literally pushing me towards it by feeling this way, by having these emotions and still knowing that it's done. You're literally serving me. So thank you so much. Even if it is a lower energy, I'm like coming out of calling things sad. I don't like, you know, everything's a label. All this stuff is labels. Like even like depression and stuff. Like I told y'all, I dealt with depression for eons. Like y'all do not understand. I had been dealing with depression since I was a wee young lad. A long time. Like a long freaking time. I want to say from the time that I was 12 up until like officially my early adulthood. Maybe like I had like knocked it out by the time I was like 18, 19, and then it kind of crept up on me again until I was like 24. And I literally abolished the concept of depression from my life. I do not call, even when I'm sad or in a lower energy, I am not labeling it depression. Absolutely not. This lower energy is serving me. Y'all need to, like I said, the woman I follow on TikTok, Kira Lynn Barnett. Let me write her name in the chat. Kira Lynn Barnett is the person who really helps me. Now, disclaimer, she is not a law of assumptioner, so to speak. She doesn't claim herself to be a law of assumptionist. So y'all might watch her lives and like hear her say a lot of things that differ from what, you know, you believe and feel. And that is okay. Like with me, I don't care. I welcome any and all beliefs. But she's manifestation coded. And if y'all want to check her out, I highly recommend checking her out and like watching her lives, because even though I don't agree with everything she says, her teaching me about the flow state and understanding lower energies are always serving you helped a lot. Like I understood. I'm like, oh, okay. Because I was one of these people that was like, if I'm not happy every day, I'm doing it wrong. If I'm drowning in my emotions, I'm doing it wrong. So Kira Lynn Barnett, how come, I don't know why the fuck they don't let you type while you're on live. Like, why are they doing that? What the hell is that? What the y'all, I can't type in here. It's Kira Lynn Barnett. I'm gonna just bring her up. Let me just bring her up on TikTok. Like, this is crazy. They said you can host a live, but y'all can't. Yes, babes. I save all my lives. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go on TikTok. Her name is Kira Lynn Barnett. I'm gonna just bring her ass up. Y'all should go on her. Y'all should like go on her TikTok and be like, you should work with Right Grande. Cause she's in Philly. She's in Philly like me, y'all. And I'm manifesting collabing with this lady because I freaking love. No, it's okay, y'all. I literally, it's the Philly accent. I'm sorry. But like, y'all, I want to collab with her. And even though like she doesn't like fall under the law of assumption label, I just like want to talk to her. like I want to like have her on and we just like talk. Okay, anyway. I know it's like backwards on the damn thing. Kira, y'all, this is my gatekeeper. I love her. I freaking love her. And that's why I'm manifesting that collab with her. Cause like I said, she's a Philly girl like me. So like I don't even know like what part of the city she lives in. I have an idea, but I want to be like, Kira, like let's collab. I love the things that she says. Like she really helped me in like summer of 2022 when I was dealing with a lot of big emotions and I was like letting my emotions get the best of me because my life was changing, my transitions. I was going through like a transitional period and, you know, things were feeling a little different. And I was just so overcome with emotion. And she really helped me through that time. And like, she was one of those people where, okay, when I first followed her, because like I said, she doesn't exclusively subscribe to the law of assumption label. She doesn't exclusively subscribe to, I don't even think, a law of attraction label. Like she's very no label-y. And I love that. I love that for her. But when I first started watching her, I was kind of like, you know, but I told you I'm a very, very open-minded individual, even with the law, because when I started like speaking law of assumption, like when I started like living law of assumption, I was trying to get myself used to saying fuck the 3D. So I would listen to like everybody's perspective, no matter how different it was from mine, because in my mind, that was strengthening my own perspective. You got to be able to hear and listen to contrast, even if it doesn't align with what you think. And you have to be able to come in contact with that contrast without changing your beliefs. So I do not give a fuck if somebody says something completely the opposite the fuck from what I decided is true, or, you know, what I thought was real. It's my job to uphold that belief within myself. So when I first started watching her, I was like, I don't know. Some of the stuff she said, she got some kind of limiting beliefs. But the more I kept watching her, she be saying some true shit. She be saying some true shit. You know, she be saying some shit that I really identify with. She is the one who taught me about the flow state. And the flow state is really what like got me to understand, okay, I don't have to worry about having emotions. That's why y'all saw me transition into like talking about emotions and experiencing them within, you know, the law of assumption community and actively practicing the law, because I knew that if that was something I was dealing with, other people were. And that flow state shit, man, yeah, she ate with that. She ate with that. Watch her lives, bro. She goes live like usually twice a day, earlier and then like in the middle of the day. When I'm at the gym, I'm watching Kira. I'm watching very similar energy to moi. She's a little calmer than me. But I love her energy and just like her insight. So I definitely would say, check her out. I know, like, why does that person keep asking me, do I speak Turkish? Do I look like I speak Turkish? What the hell? It's okay to be emotional, y'all. Rob, the 3D isn't winning. It's not winning. Don't reaffirm that into your experience. Like, allow yourself, just, you know what will help? If y'all just accept the fact that you're feeling not so great. If you just accept, like, hey, this circumstance might be making me feel away right now, and that's okay, and I'm gonna hold space for that. But I'm not at any point ever binded to a law that says I have to accept this as something that's coming against me. Y'all are not binded. There is no earthly or universal law that says you have to narrate your circumstances as something that is coming against you. And this is like, it's a relearning, bro. Like, you're literally relearning what you've been taught, because we've been taught to focus on external sources for all of our life, right? But just like that guy on here, what's his name, Tom? Don't judge based on outer appearances. Do not judge based on outer appearances. Judge based off of your narration. What's that one biblical quote that ate? Don't be swayed. I always mess it up. Don't be. Let me look it up because I don't know. And it's like literally like my favorite biblical quote. Like they kind of ate with that one. Hold up. Hold on, y'all. This is the one that Neville used. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. Romans 12:2. Hold up. Let's say it again. Let's say it again. Let's say it again. Do not conform to the patterns of this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind. They ate that one little thing. No, because like, all right, I'm not about to get deep because y'all about to make me get deep. Because if you wanna talk about it, like, I do believe like Christ is a real man. That's just like my personal belief, although I'm not religious. But like, if you want to get real about it, to me, the Bible is just a book of consciousness, and Christ is like ultimate consciousness. Like, please. Okay, no, this one like resonates with me too. I feel like it's a little bit of a thinker because it's kind of like a scripture that anyone can perceive in like a plethora of different ways. That's why I think the Bible is great too, because there's no one unanimous truth. It's like you can perceive the same thing so many different universal ways. The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of Lebanon. The righteous will flourish like a palm tree. They will grow like a cedar of the Lebanon. To me, how I perceive that is staying loyal and committed to what you decided will give you bliss. Like you will grant yourself heaven. You will flourish like a cedar of a Lebanon, okay? You will flourish because you are continuously buying into your inner God self. That's how I perceive that. And by continuously doing that, you'll bear fruit. You'll bear fruit. Like, it's like that simple. You will flourish. I'm going to church tomorrow too. That's funny. Yeah. My father has many mansions. My father has many mansions. Listen. Not today. I'm scrolling up, y'all. I'm 17. I just got diagnosed with depression and anxiety. I have so many stories that hold so much weight on me, and trying to practice this law isn't easy. Listen, it literally was like that for me in the beginning. It was like that for me in the beginning because it was scary. It was terrifying. It's not inherently wrong to be able, or to not be able to like conceptualize being divorced from these limits. But for me came the understanding of like what I said earlier. I don't have to accept this. Why should I just accept this as my default? because I've been presented with these circumstances that I did not find to be pleasant. I'm just supposed to accept that this is the way that it's supposed to be for me. I'm only thinking this way because of old programming. I'm only thinking this way out of survival. I'm only thinking this way because I'm operating off of programming that was fed to me, not something that I selected. Like, I had to realize, like, I only think this way because I'm using my naked eye and I'm going off of what has been told. But I am not chained. I am not chained. Y'all do not know the person that I used to be. Y'all have no idea how bad it was for me at one point in time. I'm telling y'all, I don't want to get vulgar because, like, YouTube, again, they're very with the, you know, the accents and stuff. They be like, ooh. But, you know, I dealt with self-mutilation. It was not easy for me growing up. I had a lot of dynamics within my family that were making me, you know, feel not chosen, not loved, not wanted. I literally despised my body growing up. I dealt with EDs. I was hurting myself. Every day was a battle. Every day was a battle. It was hard. And then my mom died at 15. But that was like low-key a turning point. I was like, okay, that was low-key, like, it was devastating. It was devastating. She was my best fucking friend on the planet. And I was lost. But it changed my life. I have done so many things that I would never think that I could do in my life. Like, I think about 13-year-old me, and if I could tell 13-year-old me that you have been in New York Fashion Week, not once, but getting ready to go on twice. I'll tell y'all about that soon. That's a manifestation that I ain't touched yet, but I've walked New York Fashion Week. I've been in Allure magazine. I've been on BuzzFeed. I've been in Teen Vogue magazine. I've been on Yahoo. I've been on MSN. I got my own cameo, my own special here on YouTube on Barcroft. My own little special on Barcroft dedicated to me. My favorite celebrities know my name. What? They know me by name, by face. Like, what? My whole life, bro. Went from graduating beauty school, depressed as fuck. Literally depressed as fuck. Started working at Target. One day, quit on the job. I was just talking about that on Law of Assumption Princess a few days ago. Quit the job on the spot one day because I was miserable. I was crying every day. I was depressed because I was being bullied in beauty school. I was depressed because I was working a dead-end job where they were expecting me to do 3 people's jobs at once. I quit that job in 2018 on the spot after my boss pulled me to the back and said he wanted to have a talk. And he was essentially berating me because you know how jobs are. They want you to be a work slave. And he said something. I don't even remember, please. And I was like, well, I can leave. And he was like, well, no, I don't, we're not saying. I said, I can go. Because that is essentially what y'all are saying. And I was at my wit's end. I was just done. I was done being disrespected. I was done. I left that job in 2018, 6 years ago. And as I left the door, I said goodbye to all my coworkers. I was leaving the door and I said, I'm never working a 9 to 5 again. I have not worked a 9 to 5, a non-remote, non-self-employed 9 to 5 since 2018. 6 years ago. I said, I'm done. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. It's not meant for me. I'm not doing this. I'm not working for anyone that's not myself. I'm not doing anything that isn't reflective of what I want to do and that makes me happy. Because, like, please. But I've dealt with the thick of it. I wasn't an easy person to be around growing up either because I was always sad. And I always needed like reassurance again. And I think back to that younger version of me And I was like, the only reason I felt that way is because of what the world said to me. Of what the world said to me. That's it. Not of my own accord. Not of my own accord. Oh, child, fucking vulnerable is my middle name, y'all. I've been doing this internet thing for the longest, and that is literally I feel like I kind of owe my online career and success to vulnerability. Like, if I literally told y'all the story of how Tiffany Grande got started, you would laugh. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, how is it that I'm going to concerts and my faves know me? I follow you. I know you. Hey, oh, you're Tiffany. Literally, the last time I went to a concert, I told y'all my favorite singer literally walked up to me and was like, Tiff. And she came towards me with a rose, bro. She was like, oh my God, how are you? Like, you meeting me? And the concert before that, same T. I went to go see Slater, and she was like, girl, I would have give you your own meet and greet for free. Makes sense. Makes like severe sense. Bro, I need to make like a list of all my accolades. Cause like for real, even sometimes my best friend will tell me, she'll be like, Tiffany, like, I feel like sometimes you like you're too humble. Like you low key underestimate yourself. Cause you've accomplished a lot. And I think that to myself sometimes too. Oh shit, she already dropped it? Oh my God, sorry y'all. This girl I want to get like a set from. Ah! Why is the light always dying? Oh God, she wants, please. Anyway. Yes, exactly. Them hardships don't mean a fucking thing. Them hardships don't mean fucking shit. Bitch, I've literally given myself everything I've wanted and I'm just getting started. Like, them hardships, they don't mean a fuck thing at all. Again, a blessing. Thanks. You better serve me. Now I have exactly what I want. Like, you got in my way, not in any shape or form. Not at all. You didn't limit me by any means. Talking with braces is so hard, y'all. Like, it literally, this shit is scratching the side of my mouth so bad right now. Like, please. And I got an orthodontist appointment on Monday, so it's time. But yeah, like, you didn't limit me by any means. I'm not restricted by you. I can't be defined. I'm literally limitless, so I cannot be defined by limited earthly concepts. It's just not a universal truth about my God-self. So how? Self-love is my biggest struggle in the law of assumption. I have a habit of relying too much on the universe, God, to do it for me, and it makes me feel powerless. But you are the universe and God. It's like a 360. It's like a gotcha. It's a gotcha moment. So it's like if you're waiting on the universe, you're just waiting on you. If you're waiting on the universe, you're just waiting on you. The universe is like looking at you like, you make the move and I'm echoing you. But I mean, like, don't get me wrong, because I talk to my spirit guides, bro. I talk to my spirit guides every day. I literally make a habit of it because it's literally like, it's what gives me peace. You have to give yourself a space, like whatever you utilize. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. Meditation, breath work, scripting, whatever it is, music. You have to have a safe space to just like release. For me, that's talking to my spirit guides, bro. It literally lets me up. Yes, we make 5K a week, exactly. Who are your favorite law of assumption people on YouTube and Twitter? I don't follow anyone on Twitter if you don't follow them. Tay. I love Tay because she's an amazing friend and she's just so smart. And we have such great conversations. I really co-sign her because she's another person who has actively applied this stuff and like is like living it. I'm gonna say Indigo as well because she's very nice, very kind, very fond of Tiff, very loving and kind. And I gotta like go on Twitter because honestly, y'all, can I be real? I'm not too I do interact on Twitter, but I'm not as interactive because of the fact that there's like just always something. You know what I mean? There's a lot of and I'm just not like I'm almost 30. I'm not interested in the rah rah, so I usually tweet and go. But anyone I retweet, because I mean they're all like great. They're all great and amazing. I feel like there's good perspectives on Twitter. You know what I mean? But it's all just there for you to reflect on your inner God. I know that Twitter is like overwhelming for some people because it's like so many different various opinions and stuff. So yeah, I'm not here to be the god of somebody else's reality. I'm just here to be the god of my own. And I'm echoing y'all to what I chose for my reality. Yes, it was Slater. Slater is one of my favorite singers. Right, we are the universe itself. I believe in the void state. I believe in the void state, absolutely. Absolutely. Manifested Finesse. Y'all know I did a collab with Manifested Finesse. Absolutely. Absolutely. Twitter can be toxic, girl. And that's okay. We don't, again, it's observe, don't absorb. And that is exactly what I do. I do not, y'all notice that y'all don't see me, because what do I look like? Like, I'm very much so the kind of person where if it doesn't better me, I'm not engaging. Like, if it's not about what I'm doing to better my life, how I can literally come more into my God self, I literally am not interested. I'm bored. I'm bored. If it doesn't make me feel good, I'm bored. And that's genuinely how I operate in real life. Yeah, I have, Shay. Y'all, manifesting text messages and stuff like that, it's easy. It's easy. Don't don't overthink it. It's just a decision. It's a decision, and the rest shall follow. You know what I mean? So like, even when there was times where I wasn't receiving contact, I literally was like, okay, I do. I have it. That's how I literally manifested all my SPs. I can't get mad at a dead world. I can't give continued relevancy to the dead world. Like, what is the point? All of this is dead. What I decided is what is so. Hold on, y'all. Everything I make is unisex. Every single thing I make is unisex, y'all. I know that, like, I use a lot of, like, I'll say princess or, like, but none of that matters. I have men sometimes asking on my subliminals, like, is it unisex? Y'all. Yeah, always. Like, you don't have to do anything specific. The only thing I say for my subliminals is just drink water. But as far as everything else goes, it is literally just, it's all serving you. None of that matters. People will be like, you have to put on headphones. No, I don't believe in all those, because to me, I don't really get the point of a subliminal that has stipulations. I don't get the point of a subliminal that has limitations. Do you get what I'm saying? It's all up to you. It's all up to what you're accepting. So if you're listening to it and you're saying, me listening to this is getting me my results and I have my results, or whatever the case may be, it's just that simple. Subliminals work based on your acceptance of them working. I'm glad you're liking the background music. So what affirmations to attract provider people, or should Self-love and acceptance be the base first, or it don't matter? Well, I mean, self-love and acceptance are concepts that should just exist for you no matter what. No matter what you're trying to manifest, no matter what you want to experience. Um, that should be integrated within you just because you're worthy of like giving yourself that experience. So self-love and self-worth, no matter what, incorporate it no matter what. um as far as affirmations, again, any affirmation, y'all, any affirmation that you decide is going to work is going to work. So if you wanted to say, I attract abundant, wealthy, loving partners, I'm in a committed, healthy relationship with a generous, loving, healthy companion of my dreams, whatever you want to say. Like, I manifested my sponsor. It's just as simple as I just kept saying I have her. Okay. And I was manifesting a new SP at the time. And I had, my continued repeated affirmation that I would kind of, again, I don't affirm like a hamster on a wheel. If I utilize repetition, it's just as a tool, but I don't affirm like I have to affirm like this or else I'm not going to get it. I don't go into repetition with a scarcity mindset because it's not going to help me. So it's just like me just lending it my awareness over and over. Like, oh, I have a sponsor now. Oh, I'm in a relationship with the person that treats me like this now. And she does this for me and she treats me this way. And then it manifested as both. And I just kept telling myself it continuously. Like, it's just, oh, this is the truth. I'm going to remind myself. This is the truth. I'm going to remind myself. That's it. I don't like making manifestation hard. If we all had our desires, would I be scrolling on Twitter on a yacht? Right. I limit my time on Twitter. I limit my time on Twitter, y'all. Y'all notice I will dip out from Twitter for days. We're mutes on Twitter. I love the community, but sometimes it gets crazy. Definitely agree. It's just noise. It's just noise. Like, you just gotta block it out. You know what I mean? It's no point in like letting it throw you off track or like letting it mess with your mind. It's all pointless, guys. Again, it's all external things and things outside of you. Have you talked to your subconscious before? Yeah, I mean, talking to your subconscious is essentially affirming. When you're affirming, you're talking to your subconscious, and really, just by default, you're talking to your subconscious all the time, like 24/7. It's not really something that you can shut off. So again, like that in itself just is not efforting. It's not. I think that people are like looking to get something down to a science. Y'all just really the only component is getting clear on what you want, which is sometimes hard for me. Like sometimes I have a hard time deciding what the fuck I want. Like, I'm about to move again and I don't know where the hell I want to go. But that's the only like precision that's needed. Everything else is just your focus, your awareness, the decision that you're making, like as far as who you're showing up as in your reality. Get precise and clear on what you want and the rest will flow. It's literally like I'm continuously deciding to be the version of me that has everything I want. It's continued focus, continued awareness. I lived in Florida. I miss it from back in the day. Back in the day, I mean like 2015, 2016, I lived in Florida with my ex and I loved it. But that was before all the nasties. Before all the nasty. So I wouldn't come back there because I already know the state of it. I already know. Nowhere near the same as it used to be. I'm serious about the link up and you being a background vocal. Oh, period. I would love to. I want to actually make affirmation music. I actually want to make affirmation music. When is the right age to become? I can't answer that for you. I cannot answer that for you because I'm not a parent or guardian, and I don't know how old you are. So if you want my answer based off of my own experience that I made for myself, legal. Be legal. Be a legal adult. It'll go way better for you. Definitely. I agree, Luna. I agree. I hella agree because I'm not the person to really be asking that, but it's like I am a person who feels like they have a responsibility for with their platform. So it's like if you are gonna ask me that question because you feel like you don't have any other resources in your life, I'm gonna say be an adult. Like please. Like like don't listen. Don't come in. Be grown. I've been thinking about NYC just for like career purposes. I actually want to make an ASMR channel. Yep. I have it like up. I just haven't posted anything. But my ASMR would be lo-fi. I don't like the HD. Like I can't when people, I don't know, when it's like too HD, it don't give to me. So I'll be like the lo-fi girl. Like it would literally be like me on my iPad. Like I don't even like tapping like that. Like I would have to like come up with some like good triggers. I might would get like a Blue Yeti, but I'll be the lo-fi girl for the most part, bro. Yeah. How did you let go of needing to work in order to magnetize money and abundance in general? Well, Mari, it's again, it all goes back to like, that's a story. Like that is a story that someone fed us, right? Like we have to work in order to get money. We have to, basically it's kind of telling yourself the story that getting money is like a transactional thing. Like I have to effort to get money. I have to give something of mine, whether it be time or energy, in order to generate income. So I started realizing again, everything is a story. That's the common remembrance. That's the common theme, is like coming back to the understanding of everything is really a story. Everything has a story that governs it. It's all programming. So what programming am I going to tap into? So I stopped thinking of money as like, oh, I have to give something to get something. Like, no, it is there to serve me. Money has no purpose if I can't spend it. Like, it doesn't. Money is an inanimate object that we've assigned importance and meaning towards. And so it was just as simple as I'm allowed to experience my abundance in this form. I'm allowed to experience what I want from money in abundance and prosperity continuously. So I had to stop telling myself that, like, you know, I had to lose something to get money. If anything, money needs me. I feel like you can, because I feel like I have, you know. Jail. I noticed since I shifted my self-concept, I've been seeing contrast, but it's honestly laughable to me because literally it doesn't mean anything. It's just it's a continued practice, y'all. It is a continued practice. And it feels weird. It feels like weird at first because we're not used to it. We're not used to it. Like, we're literally living life in the complete opposite manner than we were taught for like however long. So like, for example, if you started getting into the law of assumption, like I got into the law of assumption at 23, 24. If I've been spending 24 years thinking dominantly in one way, of course, when I do something new, it's going to feel abnormal. So it's like, you have to remind yourself that that's not cause for concern. It's going to feel different. And that's why I tell people, don't label it hard. Don't label it difficult. Just label it different. Just label it different. So yes, like when you said it's laughable, that's because you know that your desires are more real than anything else in your experience. I literally just want to be paid to breathe. Like, that is it. I want to wake up, live my life, and get paid and have a fun life. Is that wow? No. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is that, like, we're meant to live a life of ease. Like, money is meant to be there to serve us. It's that simple. It has no purpose without us. If we were not in existence, no form of currency would even be in a concept on this planet. Like, we're the ones that give everything relevancy. So that is literally how I started looking at money. You're there to serve me. You're there to provide for me. You're there to get a purpose for me, from me. How long after learning about the law, how long after learning about the law you applied, started seeing it working? I would say probably within the first 2 weeks, because the real results are internal. The real results were internal. So I started seeing things in my reality change really fast because my perception was changing. My perception of reality was changing very, very quickly. So because it's all about the internal and the external is really just the feedback, I would say like damn near instantly. Because it's like everybody's focused on the 3D to do a certain thing so that they can decide that they're good at manifesting or decide that they're the version of themselves that they want to be. But if you're at the mercy of the 3D, then it's like you're not really getting it, because the 3D is just an echo. Like, really what you want is like temporary relief. And I started to like understand that early on too. Like, even when I wanted something to happen in the 3D, I want something to happen in the 3D so that I can feel temporarily validated. But then what happens once I don't have that validation? I'm going to need it again. So if I'm focused on the external for validation all of the time, how is that? That's still a codependent relationship with my reality. I'm waiting for the reality to tell me something when I'm the cause and it's the effect. So fast. I would just say fast, as simple as that, because it was all an internal thing. Completely internal. Hey Gaia. How are you? If you could explain the law of assumption in simple terms, what would you say? I would say input, output. Input, output. Like, that simple. If you, you want simple, simple. That simple, seriously. Something that greatly helps is seeing contrast like TV static. Why was I thinking that the other night? That is like so random. I was literally like, I don't know why I was thinking of that, but that like came into my mind. It was just like, and why did the thing just static? Did y'all hear that, bitch? Did y'all fucking hear that? Hold up. That is like spooky, bitch. What the fuck? Did I just did it in the tape? Like, hold up. Please, like, what the fuck? Oh my god, y'all. I got these women on my back that aren't necessarily my first options, and letting both of them down gently has been a time. It has been a time. It has been a time. And it's like, I know it's like one of those things where they're just reflecting to me like my high self-concept values. But like, y'all know how it be when like you don't necessarily like want someone. Ooh, 10%. When you don't necessarily want someone that wants you, and you gotta like, you know. So I've been dealing with a lot of that lately. I'm like, not y'all reflecting what my wife is already like confirming about me. Like we get it, cause she already treated me like a princess and a queen, and y'all are just like mirroring that. So I get it, but yo, like chill, not too much. It's the static for me. Yeah. No, like for real. It's been, man. At first, it was one particular one that was kind of like doing the most. And then it was another one that was like doing the most. The most. Like, y'all, she wrote me a song. She put me in her bio. She was telling me that she was finna fly out here and like get a job and like get an apartment. Like it was a lot. It was really a lot. And I'm like having to like calm her down, and I'm having to tell her like, hey yo, listen. This is a lot right now. Like and it was loaded. Yeah. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. Like songs have been made, and I'm like, that's cute. Like I like that. Like, thank you. But I can't reciprocate this to you. Especially because it's like, you know how when something don't feel natural? It was just like, it's like she's like coming at me, and I'm like, you don't even know me yet. You don't even know me yet to be saying I love you and stuff. And I get it. It's a self-concept thing, bro. It's oh shit. Whatever. That always happens. Oops. But it's like a self-concept thing, like, no, like high key golden amethyst, high key. Like, and I'm not even being exaggerative, like, yikes. And I can't say that I blame her. Like, I get it. If I wasn't me, I would definitely be on my top. But she was like doing more even than this girl that just texted me. Like, she was doing way. She was like, I'm gonna buy you a ring, and you're gonna be mine. And she's telling me that she already told her freaking cousin about me and stuff. And yeah, the lyrics to the song were freaking crazy. It was like, and I'm just like reading it, and I'm like I had to read it over like 3 or 4 times, because I'm like, I need to hear this behind a beat or something, because this doesn't even, like, I just can't. I'm not identifying. And I just had a conversation with her last night where I had to pretty much like let her know, like, listen, we can't do this. Like, we cannot continue to do this. And like, she basically wound up telling me that because of the fact that she knows I have other prospects, she was trying to get me before anybody else could, and all these and the thing about it that I find funny is, like, when people are like this with me, I'm not even being reciprocal, unless I like really like them the same way they like me or whatever. But I'm not like leading people on. I'm a Leo, so like I will engage in conversation, and I will like enjoy the attention, but it was not reciprocal. And I don't fake being reciprocal. Like, I don't fake that shit. I don't fake emotions. I don't fake anything. I don't have time. I'm definitely the type of bitch where I will tell you how I feel. And that's why I had to have that conversation with her last night, because it was like getting to the point where she was so on me that I was getting like overstimulated, you know what I mean? And I consider myself to be like very conversational. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's like a spectrum thing where like we have to say what we feel. And I am that type of person. I will always tell you how I feel. And I had to tell her, I'm like, look, babes, like, you are coming on way too strong. I'm getting a little apprehensive. I'm getting a little afraid. And she apologized, and she felt bad, and all these things. But also, she's like a little younger than me. Like, I'm gonna be 27 in August, so I'm getting into the habit. I'm that kind of person where I have to start saying that I'm a certain age a few months before I turn that age, because I'll forget. I'll be 27 saying I'm still 26 and stuff. So I'll be like, all right, I'm inching into 27. and she's younger. She's like 22, and I was like, I don't even think that that's gonna work because of that. Like, and she's like, but it's not a big age difference. And I'm like, it's, you when you turn 27, 28, you will know, because even when you get to 25, the difference between the woman that you are and the person that you are at 22 and the person that you will be at 25, vastly different. Vastly different. And if y'all are around that age, you know what I'm talking about. Because I look at the person that I was when I was 21, 22, and I thought that I was so adult-like and I had it all together. Me right now at 26, absolutely completely different. Completely different. So I don't even want anything. I can't, you know what I mean? It's not that it's predatory, because that's like the wrong word. But me 27 now, I can't imagine, like, I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want no 22-year-old. I don't want a 22-year-old. What can, no. You need to like live. You need to go be with somebody your age and, you know, expand and grow and all that. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Just like when Demi, y'all know I'm a Lovatic. I got the Lovato heart. But like when Demi was in her little inappropriate dynamic with Wilmer, I can't remember the age gap, but she said she got to like 30. Oh, she was like 29. No, he was 29 and she was 17. And like she made that song and she was like, oh my God, now that I'm 29, I couldn't even imagine being with someone who was 17. Like, that's me. And I had to like explain that to her. I'm like, bro, it's not a humongous age gap, but you will understand. You will understand when you get here. I don't want to be with her. I don't think, like, I made an exception for one of my SPs. I made an exception for one of my SPs, but I still feel like that I really don't want to do under 25, for real. Like, if you don't got a frontal lobe, if you do not have a fully formed frontal lobe, nah. I don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah, very predatory. Very weird. He was a whole weird groomer. Like, please. Paige, please. Not even. Not even. Not even. It's, oh, please. That's to say that, like, that's putting it, like, lightly, okay? It's life experience. It is just so, it's so many factors that go into it. There's so many factors that go into it. So like that, yeah. But it's just been a lot of like, you know, I've been kind of like overwhelmed with that attention. So I had to like put that on a bed of rice, lay that down to sleep, and give that up. Cause like, yeah. I did age restrict the chat, but they can lie. Yeah. Hello. I mean, like, no, never. Never. Not at all. Can I like change live settings on? Oh, you know what? I did age restrict it, but I didn't. I know what I'm gonna do next time, but it's okay. Thank you, Kate. When I'm dealing with younger coworkers, I feel like an older student. Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. I would hope not, because, like, for real, there's just certain dynamics that, you know, they're just not gonna work. So like I said, I let her down gently. I told her, I was like, I completely and utterly like appreciate the affection, and I don't take any of it for granted, but I just can't, it's too many elements to this that like I am not identifying with. Oh my god, y'all. I feel like I might have to end this and like age restricted, because I did age restricted, but it was another thing that I wanted to click, but I didn't click it because I think it takes away like the monetization. So what time is it? 9:17. I might can stay on with y'all another hour. Do y'all want me to restart? I can restart because I don't feel like I'm done talking. I just want the weirdos out. It's not even like they're not even trolls. What happens is like my live will hit like the main page, and then people will just all types of random ass people will just like come in, and it's because it's on like the YouTube homepage, and so they just like show up. And I don't know if there's like a way that I can do like subscriber only. I'm trying to see. We'll see. I'll restart real fast. I know we were doing so good. Like we were doing so good. And then they like came. But okay, I'll do what I have to do.